I've made an error. Greetings, my courtiers. So I saw something rather exciting on the YouTubes, and I wanted to make a video about it because of how excited I am. And I'm actually also somewhat disappointed. None of you suggested this, and I'm kind of disappointed by that.
I put a lot of faith in you.
What it is the Spencer trailer.
Ma'am, they're waiting for you.
If you haven't heard about it, it's got Kristen Stewart portraying the Lady Diana Spencer. Actually, it wouldn't be Lady Diana Spencer in the movie. She is the Princess of Wales. Specific details about, the plot or whatnot are a bit vague as far as America is concerned, although there have been some film reviews from, I think, Europe and Canada where the movie has already received critical review, and it was so tempting to read those reviews, but I want to see it for myself. I don't want any preconceived notions of what the movie's going to be like. This movie is directed by Pablo Larraín, who has already made a biopic called Jackie about Jackie Kennedy. So it does give me a little bit of an idea of what kind of movie we can expect. We're not exactly looking for historical accuracy in the trailer. Basically, I just want to chew on some of the things that we see in the trailer and maybe give a little bit of some background on, certain details that they're trying to pull from reality and into the movie. I figured it'd be kind of fun. Plus, I'm really excited about it. So one of the first things we see in the trailer is a big giant palace. And at first I thought it was Althorpe, and then after looking at it and scrutinizing it some more, I was like, wait a minute, that's not Althorpe. So after some considerable digging, that drove me absolutely mad, because you know how many palaces in Europe there are? There is a considerable number of them. Finally, after hours of digging, I found the answer on none other than Wikipedia. I don't know when the Wikipedia article was made, but I swear I did not see it when I was initially looking for this palace. Regardless, I found it. It is a 16th century palace located in Germany. Nordkirchen, I think, is how you pronounce it. We don't necessarily see the inside of this palace in the movie. There is another palace that is used for the interior design. It is the Schloss Hotel Kronberg. That was a mouthful. And the reason that I'm pointing this out is I am assuming this is going to be one of the royal residences of the Queen herself, based off of the fact there is a box with the ER insignia of the Queen that is being carried into this palace, and, well, you'll see in a second. You made me forget myself. As we see some of the dresses that are being laid out, it gives us an idea in the timeline of when this movie is taking place. On the tags of these outfits, you'll see a monogram of D and also POW with the location and setting that these outfits are supposed to be worn in. And no, POW does not mean prisoner of war, even figuratively. Okay, maybe figuratively speaking, but that's besides the point. POW obviously means Princess of Wales. If you pause the video just in time, you'll see that it says Christmas Day, Christmas Luncheon. This clearly tells us that the movie at some point is going to be taking place during Christmas time, where the royal family decants to Sandringham. I was speaking. The royal family takes a caravan to Sandringham for their Christmas holiday as a family. So we know at some point in the movie this is going to be at Sandringham with the rest of the royal family. another thing that's driving me crazy. This bowl of like green pudding, I've seen that in one of the videos with the chefs who worked for the royal family. I've seen them make that. I've literally been watching hours of these videos with the chefs and I can't find it, and I know I've seen it. I want it and I don't even know what it is.
Ma'am, they're waiting for you.
First of all, that dress. Oh honey, I want it. One of the things I noticed in this trailer is the costuming for Diana. It is one of the biggest things if anyone is ever going to portray Princess Diana's life in any way, shape, or form, is the fashion choice. If you mess it up, you just ruined before you ever started. One of the things that I really liked in this trailer is the costuming. In fact, this dress, this silver dress, though it is not an actual gown that Princess Diana wore in life, it is from her time period. That's not to say that Kristen Stewart was wearing a dress that was made in the 80s. It is a dress that was designed in the 80s during Princess Diana's time. So though it is not based on a historical piece of Diana's, it is based on a historical piece during Diana's period. So therefore it gets approval. So what we're being led to believe in this short clip here is that this is the St. Mary Magdalene Church, but this is not the St. Mary Magdalene Church, or if it is a unseen part of the Mary Magdalene Church that anyone has ever seen. I don't know what church this is because, like I said before, you know how many palaces there are in Europe? We'll try to guess how many churches there are in Europe and the UK. The St. Mary Magdalene Church is very ornate, and especially if you're gonna have the royal family visiting every year, you're gonna want to keep it classy. Although I'm not overly versed in the seating arrangements with the royal family, I find it odd that Prince Charles is across from the rest of the royal family, but it is like a 3-second clip. I don't know what's going on in this scene, but if he's just standing there, that's weird. It's pretty weird. It's very unorthodox. Get it? You get it? I don't think anybody gets it.
I don't get it.
Of the clues that we've seen thus far, both with a child being in this scene and the costuming, I am going to assume this is the early 90s, like 91, 92, when things got seriously rocky for Charles and Diana's marriage. So this is probably going to be a very tense movie, which is kind of Pablo Larraín's thing. I don't know exactly who's in this picture, but I would like to have a little fun in guessing and seeing how right or wrong I am when the movie actually comes out. So, actually, I should probably use their more formal titles, you know, from one royal to another. Princess Diana, the Princes Harry and William, Prince Philip, Prince Charles, Prince Andrew, Princess... that one's hard. I want to call her Fergie so bad. Princess Sarah Ferguson, Prince Edward, Mark Phillips, Zara, she's not princess, she is but she isn't, but Princess Anne didn't want her kids to have titles. You know, that's another video. I'm not really sure, honestly, who the back two are. I'm drawing a blank on that one. Princess Anne, Princess Margaret, Queen Elizabeth, and the Queen Mother, Queen Elizabeth. Those are my guesses. There's only two that I'm not entirely sure of, mostly because of age. I'm like, who was that age in the royal family? I think I've made an error. No. So, maybe the back two are Zara and Peter, Princess Anne's son and daughter. In which case the blonde could be Beatrice, maybe? Okay, so those three are throwing me off. Moving on. So, something that really captivated me in this trailer is just this one look. This one look that Kristen Stewart makes, because for a moment I actually believed it was Diana. It honestly puts me beyond words. I really, really loved, just in this one glance, that Kristen Stewart really seems to captivate Diana's appeal. I don't see the Kristen Stewart that I'm become accustomed to over the years. I see Diana. So this graceful, shy beauty that she's able to grab actually grabbed me. Or maybe it was because I recognized the outfit that she's wearing as something that Diana actually wore. You never know. Now, this house that we're seeing in the background, I'm going to assume is the portrayal of Highgrove, the home of Diana and Charles when they were married. I could be wrong. There's not enough in the trailer to assume which house this is portraying. Also, I really just like that shot. There's something so haunting and beautiful about it. You know, I might just put that in a frame. It's a work of art. So there's one of two things that might be happening in this shot with the curtains being sewn up. I'm assuming she has now arrived at Sandringham because of what she's wearing. It looks very similar to the design of a jacket that was laid down in front of us at the beginning that said departure, and this is for Diana's protection from the media. Or on a more sinister level, it's a representation of the mental and emotional distress that Diana was going through at the time. Sir Kitty is creating scritches. You are barred from entering. I'm with my privy council. So, you know, talk to the court steward. So this isn't really going to be a telling of actual factual events that happen in Sandringham, whereas it's more going to be told from the perspective of Diana's state of mind. Based off of that, we should probably expect a lot of flashbacks too. And speaking of flashbacks, you know, this ballerina dancing around someone in the center, I think might be a flashback. But regardless, I really love the referencing of Diana as a dancer. So I'm not entirely certain which character is being portrayed here. I think this might be a servant. We've seen glimpses of her already. It's not too far flung of an idea that she would have a confidant in the form of one of her staff.
They know everything. They don't.
I'm very excited to see what Pablo Larraín does with this characterization of Diana Spencer, but one of the things that I really hope he does is not ruin the soundtrack like he did in Jackie. Total personal opinion there. Overall, my impression is that we're going to get an emotional and psychological biopic of Princess Diana versus a factual, historical biopic of Princess Diana. And it really gives me something to look forward to in lieu of the fact that it has been confirmed that the 5th season of The Crown will not be airing until 2022. Regardless, we're going to have a very royal fall and winter. Please share in the comments down below any other things that you noticed in this trailer that you look forward to. Also, if there's something that I said that may not be entirely accurate, I really don't mind if you make those comments, because that's how I learn. That's how we all learn. And while you're down there in my comment section, of course, I expect all of my courtiers to be respectful and, of course, to point out things that you like.
There can be but one sun in the universe.
I expect curtsies in the form of the like button. If you were a courtier and subscribed, you would know that already. As I had promised in my last video, I'm working on something kind of big for you. That's a 2-part. I'm almost done editing it, and it should be out soon. I did have a question for you though. I wanted to know if you would be interested in my doing a review of season 4 of The Crown, like I had done of season 3. Anyway, I'll let you get back to your day, and I'm so glad that you stopped by to enjoy this video. Have a good evening, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!